Okay guys, we are finally back on the 1972 yellow Opel GT. It's been, I think, a year and a half. So it was last time we worked out was like October, and it's been a very long time since working this thing. We finally going to get back on it. So if you guys don't know, got this thing in part of a deal with my red car. Guy died and the kids wanted to get rid of them, and got a lot of these parts came from that deal as well. So anyways, this is obviously the nicer one of the two cars. You guys can check out my videos on the red one. Anyways, this one is a rust-free car. It's from Arizona. They bought it back in 2003 or 2001 for like $1,200 off eBay. And the only rust that we really know of on this car is right there. I think that's the only rust on the entire car that's kind of bad-ish. Yeah, that's the only rust. So this car is pretty good shape. I mean, it's crazy for an Opel to be this nice of shape. So we're really excited about working on it. The plan was originally to fully restore this car, but now plans have changed because 69 Opel, the engine's pretty worn out in it, and we're just, I don't know, to put a different engine in that, which we have an engine laying around. To put an engine in there would just be a lot of work, and I'm guessing we're gonna find a lot of hidden rust, and it would take us probably months to switch out the engine, which should take us less than a week. So, and that car's just not, I don't know, it needs a lot more work. So this one though is rust free, so if this engine was bad, just not has good compression and stuff, we could swap it out within like probably 2 days, because everything's rust free and it's just way nicer shape. And it's also a 4-speed, which is 69 is not a 4-speed. But yeah, it's all the driveline in it yet, rear end, front suspension, and I'm pretty sure this is probably the original engine. You never know, Opels. This is a 10-bolt head. I'm pretty sure it has the dish pistons. I think we figured out last time. But it has like 160 psi, so it's good. Had good compression. It actually ran. We started up a while back. You guys can see the video on that. But the couple problems we have is the water pump. Something's hitting the timing cover. So I ordered a new one. It should be coming tomorrow night. Ordered one from O'Reilly's, and then we also have a good Solix on here, and we also had problems with the valves. One of the valve studs pulled out, so we had to put a new valve rocker stud in there, new rocker arm, all that stuff, because it just pulled out really weird, or was starting to pull out. I don't remember what happened, but and all the wiring harness is here too. You guys told the belly paint is really nice shape. But the other big problem we have is the windshield in this car. So this was in a junkyard in Arizona. And you guys, I don't know if you guys can see a little scratches, probably not, but it looks like sandstorms hit this car. And anyways, they tried polishing it out, and we don't know what they did. We're hoping we can fix that without taking the windshield out, because that will save us $130 on a new gasket, because we have plenty of windshields around here. But it's just kind of annoying. But we still have to get the rear window gasket. And the other thing we're going to have to do this thing eventually is do a little bit of body work. This piece right here, they cut it out. I don't know if we have the old one anymore or not, but I know it got some crash damage. Anyways, they cut this out from another GT, and it butts right up to it, so we'll just butt weld it in there, and it should work pretty good for what we want to do with this thing. But the goal is to do a budget. Oh, there's the old one. Yeah, there's the old one here, and you guys can tell it actually wasn't really that bad, but it was pretty. It wasn't like all the way bent, but definitely not. You didn't want to work with that, but so the budget on this car is to do like a budget restoration, I guess. Basically get it going for maybe less than $1,000. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where that mark gets us to. But and maybe steal parts off the other cars. Do it as cheap as you can with all these parts we have. Opel parts. So anyways, we're gonna get right into it. Probably pulling the engine apart so we can get to this water pump, and maybe do some other things. Maybe try to fix the windshield, and we will see what else we get to. But anyways, we'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay guys, it is off of there. I just got it off, went pretty well. Here it is actually. It actually looks fairly new. It's manufactured by Raylock. So that's kind of interesting, but it turns kind of hard. So that's all about. But there's some gritty stuff in there we knocked out. Also found out we never did the oil change in this, and the rack and pinion boots are shot, which we have 2 of those laying in the barn. So we should be good there. We actually, the oil filter is over there. It's a Napa gold filter, because we bought a whole bunch of those, but now I like running K&N, which is fine. But yeah, so Grandpa brought the flashlight so you can see more how it looks down there. Yeah, it's a little crusty. Not as bad as the 73 engine though.
For sure. As bad as that.
Yeah. If you guys remember that video, go back and watch that last year. That thing was totally plugged up. That was a really bad engine. So kind of interesting. But anyways, we're gonna see what we do next here and update you guys when we get something else done. Okay guys, well it's still raining as you guys can hear, and we got everything pretty cleaned up actually. The timing cover pretty nice. It's actually really good chip timing cover. I don't have any that are that nice with no paint and just shiny. But anyway, so I decided to take the thermostat dude off because it's kind of eating away right there, you guys can see. And it's kind of crappy in there, not that bad though. I took off the thermostat and it was stuck in there. Well, look at this wonderful sight. I have never seen this before. It's like white formations, like, is that salt? It's something goofy growing in there. So that would have probably clogged up something and or wrecked something like the radiator. So that's pretty cool. So I guess I might be taking off this thermostat housing next maybe. I don't know, we'll see. But still cleaning up stuff in here, and yeah, we'll see hopefully how bad this is inside of here. We'll see. But I'm gonna touch it with a screwdriver, see what it just falls right off mostly. So. Sure is goofy. Anyways, we'll get back to you guys later. Okay guys, we got a big funnel to spray water in here, and I got a thing full of water, and we're gonna see what happens here. Oops. Ain't that dirty. Doesn't look horrible, does it? Okay. Maybe just the white. Maybe it's dissolves and hits water. It's washed most of the gunk away. That's probably the back of the engine. Here, let's see. Yeah, there's a lot of crap in there yet. I'm gonna turn this thing off. Okay guys, we are back working on 1972 Opel GT. It is a couple days ago. Worked on it last, I think it was 2 days ago, 2 or 3. Anyways, we are back on this thing. I think I showed you guys pretty much what we did. The water pump still hasn't came yet. It's not coming until a few more days, sadly. UPS is telling me the wrong thing. And then also, I don't think we didn't really order anything else for it. But what the plan is for today is Grandpa's going to clean up these inner fender wells because they're absolutely disgusting. And the original paint is actually not that bad in here. So we're going to try to clean them up. And then we made sure the engine was timed. It does have dish pistons, which we just checked. And that's the plan of that. And then after that, we might put the dash in it real quick, possibly, and get the gauges wired up. I'm also going to put the rest of the steering column in it so we can have an ignition, and then hook up the rest of the wiring here and the rest of the car for the engine, see if we can get it running. So that is the plan. And then, oh, also we found some 220 grit sandpaper laying in the passenger side, so we think maybe they used that to sand the windshield. We hope not, but they might have done that, so who knows. I'm gonna put you guys in time lapse and get to doing this windshield, and Grandpa's gonna get to cleaning, and we will be back in hopefully a few minutes here. Okay guys, another day back on the 1972 Opel GT. So anyways, now the car's up on the air. I don't know if I showed you guys that or not. I did say we were going to do the windshield, but we decided not to do that yet. We're going to wait on that just to get the car running first before we get something done. So we're going to wait on that. But anyways, I put the dash in it the other day. I didn't show you guys the final result though. This is the original dash off this car. It has the original VIN number, which matches the plaque over there. And I took the radio out, the AM radio, because we don't really need that for right now, getting it running. I just wanted all the gauges so we could monitor stuff. And so yeah, that went pretty well. Screws are absolute pain in the butt getting them in there, but they finally got them all in. Well, all of them except the really top screws there. And then I started doing steering column things because most of the steering columns are already in here actually. And it turns out they separate here. And the steering column off this car is over there. Actually, the ignition was busted. So that was, so we have no keys for this car. And we have all the doors and everything on here. So we have no keys. I tried all the Opel keys I have that I got with this car and the red car. And didn't have anything. Anyways, we had this extra, actually have a couple extra steering columns. I have one there. I think I have one more somewhere else too. And that one, I don't have matching, you know, door key things for it. But this one here is off the black GT that they parted out that came with this car. And that car in these boxes here, I actually have matching door handles. But these door handles are actually better than those. They have like no pitting because it's an Arizona car. The other ones are really pitted. But we can take out the insides, the guts, and switch them over someday. So I can have matching ignition and door keys. And I also have a matching lock and gas cap for those keys as well that actually operates, which is pretty crazy in itself. So I need to put this in there. Pretty simple. You just stick it on there, it looks like. There's a clamp right there. And then wiring harness clips in the side here of the fuse box. It's pretty straightforward, and we'll do that so we can get one step closer. And yeah, we'll see what else we get done today. Oh, I also have the new water pump too. I'll show you guys the water pump here. And it comes with the gasket. I got it from O'Reilly's because I work there obviously, so I get better deals and stuff. Pretty cheap, but not bad. It's lifetime warranty. Looks really good shape, really nice. So really happy with it. It actually feels the exact same as the water pump we took off this car. So probably a waste of money, but oh well. We'll keep the other water pump we had as a spare, just basically brand new at this point. Also, Grandpa cleaned up the engine bay really nicely while I was working on the windshield there. Looks absolutely amazing, as you guys can see. Like, it looks perfect, which is crazy how nice it is. And I guess Grandpa also painted this, which I didn't know about, so that's a cool surprise. I'll tell him about that. Looks like he painted that flat black, which looks really nice. BS engine's one step closer to getting ready. And okay guys, we are back another day working on the 1972 Opel GT. I actually didn't really film anything today. It's already like 7:30, so we got a whole bunch done though, trying to just get stuff done. And plus, there wasn't really a whole lot to record anyway. It's just basic stuff that it's pretty easy to do. Grandpa painted the radiator for it, which looks really nice. Flat black, of course, because I guess it'll help heat come out and whatnot. Got that installed. Also got fan belt put on there, which I think is still loose. Got the water pump pulley, fan on there. A good shroud. It's actually like perfect shape, which is actually pretty neat. Because they're hard to find nice. Got some old radiator hoses. This one's from 1992, but it's Napa, and it's really good yet. It's nice and soft. I mean, it's not soft, but it's not like hard either. And the bottom one's the same way. They're both Napa. They're both, we think they've been stored inside. They must be good yet. Got those installed. Got the thermostat housing installed. We used some ultra black Permatex RTV on those because the surfaces were kind of crappy. They're kind of shot. Put a new 180 thermostat in there. I got it work. New gasket here. Also new gasket on the from thermostat to the cylinder head because I had one laying around supposed somehow. Thank goodness. I think it's really all we did in the engine bay today. Got that buttoned up. Anyways, we also got one of the rear drums off, and heck, this thing looks brand new. Like, look at that. It has some silver paint on it. It must paint the wheels, but the other side is black too, which is crazy. Usually these things are rusty, but this one's still black yet. And this drum looks literally brand new. It feels brand new as well. So they might replace the drums in this thing. Other good news is the shoes are actually like brand new, I think. Like, they literally you don't see like anywhere on them really. Like, the middle's not worn down more or any, I mean, they look like brand new. The wheel cylinders don't look too bad either, but they're only $9 from Rock Auto, so I'm gonna go ahead and replace them, because why not? All the hardware looks really good in here too. So that's really good news, but check out the paint on this rear end. That's what I cannot believe. Like, it looks literally brand new in here. It's just awesome. It's crazy actually not having a rusty car for once. I mean, all of these corners are good. I mean, only rust is there. It's just like, wow. But what the trick is, what we did here is we got my grandpa's old Polar here and I maxed it out here. Got this thing set up because we didn't have the right adapter. So put that on there like this. And then we got a ratchet strap going around it. And then we used a twisting wrench to pull it off, and eventually it just popped off there and it was loud. So that worked pretty well. We only get to one side for now because we had to go eat dinner. And with the other side, you guys can see the brake drum. No, you can't because it's dark in here. But so that's there too. Also got the dash installed. I think I already showed you guys that. Dash is good to go. Yeah, this thing is coming together for sure. It's looking very good, the engine bay. Looking very nice. So we are good to go. I think the next step is to get some parts in and finish wiring it up, and we should be able to get it running here shortly. That's the end goal, I guess. So get it running first, and then we'll start tackling brakes and body work, gas tank, stuff like that. So that is the plan. But anyways, I guess we'll see you guys next time, or next day, and we'll get some more stuff done. Okay guys, another day working on the car. We actually just got the 69 knocked out. We got the torque tube done on it. And just want you guys, we have about 30 minutes here before dinner time, so we're gonna go ahead and work on this before the storm rolls in. Supposed to have some pretty good storms tonight, so supposedly tornadoes, but that was supposed to be an hour ago when the rain started, and the rain hasn't started yet. So anyway, just some updates on parts we got. We got a new lower radiator hose, which we're not gonna put on there because we figured out those are fine. We also ordered some pinion seals, one for the 69, one for this car eventually someday. I'm gonna put it on there. And then I also ordered a caliper build kit, but I'll do that at home, probably in a few days. I think that's all we really ordered. So just a little updates on that. I don't know what today's plan is for sure. Just getting some other stuff buttoned up on this car, figuring out what we need to do for sure. But yeah, so we'll see where we get to on this thing. And yeah, I mean, who knows what we get to. I already showed you guys the brakes. We took that apart the other day. Yeah, anyways, I guess we'll get to work on this thing and we'll show you what happens next. Okay guys, hopefully you guys can kind of see here. We're gonna take off this other drum. What we have set up here is the Polar, maxed out here. Big block of metal, because that's the only thing we can find that'll fit, right? And we have a ratchet strap going around it. You can actually buy the correct Polar for this. Sleeper Dude has used it in some of his videos. I don't know what the correct terminology is for it, but they're really cool. Kind of like to get one of those one day, but I think they're kind of expensive. But for now, this will work. Grandpa's getting the light right now, so we can actually see what the heck we're doing. And then we're also going to use a torch to heat it up a little bit, because last time it popped really loud and kind of scared us. And it messed up Grandpa's hearing aids a little bit, made him really loud. So just making a time lapse going here, showing how it works, and we'll get back to it. On the process of putting the steering wheel on, which is over here. And anyways, I figured out, because it had these things copper wire tied on here. And this is how it has to go. So you have this little guy here and this little guy. Goes just like that, and the nut goes on top of that. And I looked at my parts car steering column, and it wasn't quite like that. It was kind of messed up. So then I went over here, because that car's been messed with a lot. I went over here to this good steering column I know I have. This is from I think it's like a 72 GT. It has to be a later one because the ignition is different. So same as that one. And sure enough, it's the same way. So it has that one washer there, and then it has the clip there. So, and those fold over and lock the bolt in place. So that is good to go. So I got that. And then figuring out wiring. Grandpa's looking at the wiring diagram to see where we should wire in the electric fuel pump for this thing. And the back there. So, and Grandpa also has a little gas tank back there too, so we can run it. So we don't want to put a full-size gas tank in there until we fix this corner. So enough talking. I'm gonna get the steering wheel on, and then we'll probably start finishing up the wiring here, and figure out where everything's going here. So we can use the goal is here to be able to use the ignition to start the engine. So that is the goal for all this. Another day working on the 1972 Opel GT again. Got a lot done the other day. I did not record anything, I don't think. I think I took some pictures though. Didn't record a single thing. But as you guys can tell, something is different in the interior. I finally got the stupid steering column in and the stupid steering wheel. Thank God. Figured out why I didn't want to go in. Turns out the I'll just show you on this steering column I have out here. Turns out if so there's a bolt right here and there's splines and this thing slides in here. That's how I did it. Turns out if you don't take out that bolt, the splines won't slide in all the way. Amazing how that works. Because there's a spline in the middle. There's like a cutout groove for the bolt to pass through, so the splines won't go in all the way. You guys will see if you guys ever happen to go across it. So that's why I didn't go in. Put that in there. Steering wheel popped right up into place. I'm like, oh my God. I fought this thing for like an hour and a half. So that was stupid, but simple. Got that on there. Made sure the little ground cable is on there. Make sure that goes on too. You guys can't see squat. Got the steering wheel on there as well. It looks really good. Got it roughly lined up with the center of the car. So I guess the automatic stuff works too. Cool. So yeah, that steering wheel's decent. I don't really have any perfect steering wheels around here. They're all cracked. So it makes the interior look a lot better. I'm just gonna put it in neutral, just in case. There we go. The clutch is working a lot better as well. I can actually like push it in now, so that's cool. That's basically all we've gotten to do in the interior here. In that engine bay, we did a lot of stuff. I got all the wiring pretty much wrapped up. I wrapped it, electrical tape, all the stuff here, because all the old stuff, it has this really crappy cloth. I'll show you guys here. It has this crappy cloth wiring that flakes off, and it's probably just a fire hazard. So, and there's regular like insulation underneath there, rubber, the plastic rivers, and tape wire that all up, and then let's see what else do we. Oh, I put a voltage regulator in there, connect up that wiring, and then I'm gonna straight pipe something, and then also fixed one of the wires that went from the alternator to the voltage regulator, which you guys will see in this complete wiring harness I have. That's pretty much perfect. It's this top wire here that goes to this top wire. So that thing was shot, so we pulled it out. And I actually had one for my parts car that we spliced. We put a butt connector, spliced it in, because the other one was totally going off of it. I don't know where I put it at, but it was totally melted, separated the one on this car. So good thing we saw that. Put a new one of those in. And then we also put the fusible link back on that we cut off, and put that back on for the starter. Make sure you guys don't cut these goofy wires that like really cloth and flexible. Those are fusible links. There's several of them on here. One going to the voltage regulator, one going to the starter. And then we also ran the oil pressure sensor guy just behind the engine because there's no good place to hook it up to. The wiring's not long enough. And then I plugged it down there to the sensor. So that is good. I think Grandpa's hooked up the choke wire to the horn for now. Electric choke wire. And then we also found a fuel line that Grandpa's holding right now. That's going to work. We're going to use this to just cut off the one end because it's angled towards the fuel pump, which we're not running the mechanical fuel pump. So we're going to hook that up there too. Okay guys, we are back another day working on this hunk of junk. Anyways, we actually did a lot the other day, or I did a lot the other day. I don't even know what I did here. I looked at seats in this thing. I was looking at seats to put in here because the seat, geez, this car originally, since it's a chrome yellow car, it would originally have white seats, white headliner, black dash, black carpet, and some of the like accessories are black, but the door panels are white. These are the OEM seats we got with the car. As you guys can tell, they're pretty crispy because sitting out in Arizona does not do it any well. Also, this whole part split, which I can't pick it up because it's too heavy, but there's a whole part split. So I have a whole bunch of black seats laying around here from the black car, or from the red car, and then from that black car worth of parts I got in the stash, and then I have some from the parts car, but those are all junk too. But this is the best driver's seat I could find, of the two. The best bottom, I did have to tape, or that was already taped up. No, it's not even taped, that's just vinyl. And this is the best top I had. The other top I had, which is over there, the whole thing was ripped right here. So this is the best top. It's actually not bad up here. Actually, it's pretty sweet. All the stitching's there, so not too bad. Pretty comfortable. Bottom definitely needs to be redone. I have another black seat somewhere. Oh, right here. Here's the passenger side. This thing's pretty much perfect, except for tear right there, and that's about it. And one on the bottom. But I can't get that in there because the stupid door won't open enough because there's a rear end there. So anyways, these seats are just temporary. I'm going to be building eventually here. I want to go with the white upholstery from Woody Source, which are kind of expensive. I got some goodies in the mail from Rock Auto. I got the last of the last cheapest crap you could buy. I got a cap and rotor for, I think it was $6. And it's a WVE brand, but it's made by NGK. Look at that. For $6, you can't beat that. Made by NGK. I didn't even know it was made by that. I just bought them because they were super cheap. So I'm like, heck yeah. And it fits on there wonderfully. Bought the cheapest spark plugs they sell. They're like $1.78 for the NGKs. Obviously, I'm not going with anything else. Went with the cheapest spark plug wires they had. They were $5.06. They were standard brand. They're only 7 millimeters. They're kind of long and kind of skinny, but that'll work for now. Also bought the last cheap radiator hose they had. It was a wholesale too on clearance. It was only $9. And look at this, the AC Delco, and it's made in the USA. This is like OEM right here. And look at the bend is straight. On all the other ones I have, the bends like are not straight. Like that one's a pretty good example, but the one I have on the 69, it's a Gates. It does like a big like figure eight type looking thing, and it has it just looks really nice. I'm really happy with that. That paid off. I also got new points, which are in here. I just took off the old ones, so I thought I'd show you guys this and start recording something. Actually, they're over here. The points on this thing were pretty shot. I was asking Grandpa, Grandpa, what do you think about that? He goes, yeah, they need to be replaced. So they were only $3 for new points. So I went and bought them because they were $3. And Standard's a pretty good brand. It's what we sell at O'Reilly's for ignition parts. So yes, that's pretty good. And that's about all we've gotten to right now. We went and put up flags at the cemetery for Memorial Day, because that is right now. And so we took the little MG for a ride, and that was pretty fun. And so we just got done doing that. And school ended yesterday, thank God. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I was so ready for school to be over. So yeah, that was even better news. I'll have full days to work on this, and pretty soon this engine will be running. So, and that's all done on the interior, really. And then we ran, actually we did something else though. I just mounted the fuel pump up for it. I got a Mitsubishi unit from a Opel guy. I have one similar to this on the 69. It's a little bit bigger though, but because it's older. But this one's brand new. So I ran the fuel lines for it, and then we have just a little lawnmower gas tank in here chilling out. And for the wiring, what we had to do is we just spliced into the where the radio goes. That's the second fuse from the driver's side here, and it's on the back side there. You can see where this guy went, the radio wire went. So we just put it in there, and then we have a connector that can connect like two things together. So whenever we want the radio back in it, which we don't even have radio in here now, we could just hook it back up. But so we have this blue wire here running for the fuel pump along back along here, and then running to the power. And then there's a ground wire, but we just grounded it to the body through the outside of it, so we're not even have a wire hooked up. And what we did for the wire here is we actually ran it inside of this vent hose for the gas tank eventually when we put one in there. And I split the hose and then taped it back up and put the wire in there because no gas will be running through there. It's just fumes. So we don't want the electrical wire to short out and do whatever. So we did that. So yeah, that's all done. And then that's what we mostly done today. I retimed it. I think we just put coolant or water in it, and we found a water leak in the bottom. I don't have water pump around right here. The bolt right here on the water pump was leaking. So we I don't know why that was loose, but it was somehow. I'm sure I tightened it up. I guess I didn't. And because it was just dripping water out everywhere. So we tightened that up, and now it doesn't leak magically. So hopefully it doesn't cause us more problems in the future. Yeah, so everything in the fuel system's buttoned up. The engine does turn over. We hooked up the we made sure it turns over with the key and all that, so it does turn over. We were timing it and stuff. Turns over pretty slow though, but I think that starter is just old. And so that worked well. And randomly the gauges didn't work, and then I fiddled with some fuses, just touching them. I figured out what we're gonna do with the fuel pump wiring, and the gauges started working. So I'm gonna turn it on here. Okay, the fuel pump goes off too. Fuel pump works. But you guys saw those the lights come on and the fuel pump works. So I kind of forgot what that was wired in. So that's good. So yeah, we need to put gas in it next thing to do, and then see if it'll fire here. We're not going to run it too long. Just a little bit. All the vacuum ports are plugged off for now for like the booster and all that. Oh, I also got a new battery at work. It was like $26 because it's a refurbished battery, and it's the correct battery for this thing. So it's 575 cold cranking amps, so it's a really good deal. 20 bucks, so couldn't go wrong with that. Had to scoop it up. And yeah, so we're gonna get it running here, and we'll see how it sounds and how well it runs. Okay, here we go. We're gonna try to start it. We put gas in it and the fuel pump stopped clicking, so we're gonna try it out here, see what happens.
Well, that did fire right away.
Huh? What's smoking?
I don't see anything.
It's smoking like crazy. Starter smoking? Your GoPro's going here. Yep, GoPro's going. Radios. Ready?
Yep. Try again.
You want to check for spark at the spark plug? Or
I don't do that.
I don't know.
Pull the coil right here.
Just stick a screwdriver in there or something.
Hey, go ahead and try it.
Ready?
Right here.
Big spark?
You get the rotor. You put the rotor in there, right?
Yeah, I think so. We need just timing? It's not even trying. Let's not backfiring for the carb brand either.
Yeah. You want to put enough gas in there.
We flood it.
I think I would have flooded it. Is it wet?
What's that gun still in there? Is it getting fuel in there?
I don't think anything on it.
It's not getting any fuel.
I sprayed fuel, but I didn't spray enough, I guess.
Well, is the cylinder pump not pumping? It was pumping before, pumped back 2 years ago. And we didn't, it should be that guy. Oh, is the float stuck me? We never did take that carburetor apart. Has to be doing something. Something not doing something there. Okay. Ready?
Yep. Give it some gas.
Huh?
Give it some gas.
Oh, you have to push the clutch pedal in the... No. You don't.
You got a spark. I checked it.
Okay, yeah, that's great. I mean, we don't have one of those cardboard things in there, right? I mean, we get... Nothing's blocking the intake, right? You can see through there. Ready?
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, I turned it the wrong way. Spark?
Yeah, it's not a spark. Yeah, there's a spark. I don't know if I'm happy with it, but it's a spark.
You're ready. It's almost already there.
Yeah, but I want to know.
Ready?
Yeah. Oh! We're half turn off.
We are? Ow!
Because it fired down here.
How'd that happen?
That happened. So that's what it is.
Huh. So, what does that mean?
You gotta retime it.
You take a trigger out?
Let's see.
I'll turn off the GoPro. So we're at 180 out, or whatever it's called.
There yet.
Okay, guys, we adjusted the distributor back to where it should be. It was the 180 out, or whatever it's called, and retimed it and everything, and everything should be working better now. We hope. So we're gonna see what happens. Do you want to take the battery off charger?
Yeah, it's not.
Huh?
Maybe we just got it warmed up. That's why it's not choking.
Yeah. Do you want to take the battery charger off?
No, it's okay.
Yeah. See what happens here?
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah. Hit it some more.
We're still not getting gas?
Huh?
We're getting gas?
I got it. Try it some more. Keep cranking it. Water's coming out of here. Okay.
Yeah. Also, it's not in gear, but the wheels are all turning.
Well, where's that water hitting me from? It's coming out of here.
The wheels are all turning, by the way, too. So, what's that smoke?
I'm not sure.
That's exhaust burning crap over.
That crap on, yeah, I think.
It had 3 bars of oil pressure though, and it was charging too, I think. And it was getting
How to change the idle speed on this silly thing.
Yeah, because it was. I'm like, why is it idling at 2,000 RPM?
Yeah, just gotta adjust it, I think.
Yeah. But why did it run so goofy at first? Like, I had my foot to the floor. Is that because the accelerator pump wasn't doing anything? I had my foot all the way to the floor, and it was idle. It was at 1,000 RPM, and then it picked up. It was really weird. It just decided to work at once.
Everything's not wasn't used to running.
That's cool though. Yeah, I don't know why the dry shaft is spinning. Is that just because there's no wheels in it?
Yeah, see, I didn't see it spray, but when I did that, I got all kind of papers in there.
Because there's no. Is that because there's no wheels on the ground? That's why the drive shaft's turning.
I guess
because they're just
friction.
Yeah, friction.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, runs pretty good. Huh. Did you hear any engine noise up here or anything?
I didn't hear nothing.
I didn't hear any engine noise. That thing's way quieter than the 69.
And then I kept getting the water was spraying, but it was coming out of here because we overfilled it.
Oh yeah. Huh. So where is the idle disc screw right here?
I don't know.
That looks like that's on the primary, isn't it? Or that's secondary. That's not the primary. The primary is that little screw right there, isn't it? Is that the idle?
This one right here?
Yeah.
I couldn't get a screwdriver on it. That's it. We go outside and mess with all adjustments and everything.
Okay.
Tune it up perfect.
Yeah,
It sounded really good.
Yeah. I can't believe how good.
Put the wheels on it.
Yeah, put the brakes. Alright guys, well, that is going to be the end of this video. We successfully got it running. It absolutely runs amazing. It has 3 bars of oil, which is right in the middle of the gauge. And it went up when I revved it up. And I think temperature gauge is moving a little bit. It was charging. And so yeah, this thing runs great. And I guess the next video you guys can count on this thing is probably the will it drive video. Putting the brakes on it and all that fun stuff and seeing if we can drive it around. So one step closer getting this thing done for the summer, and this car is definitely a lot better than the 69. Runs a lot better. Well, not runs but a lot better, but sounds a lot better. And everything in the back was turning, so we should be good. And we are going to end this one off, and we'll see you guys next time. Stick around for the next video of this thing, and we will be back for the next video. And thanks for watching and subscribing to updated for the videos.